Well, welcome everybody to the Full Send Off Road Podcast. I'm your host, Alex, and Aaron's staring at his phone. Looks like he's headbutting his microphone,
Yes, that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm headbutting my microphone.
and he's all gimpy.
He
So,
is.
so,
I'm the
so go
one-armed
ahead and tell.
bandit.
I was gonna say, go ahead and tell everybody what happened. What had happened was
Alex laughed at me for falling out of the back of my truck.
it was quite hilarious.
Um, had to have
Bruce,
surgery. So
Bruce pushed him.
yeah, he ain't even here to defend himself.
I
Yeah,
know.
he pushed me from Texas City.
Yeah, right. So anyway, no, as you guys can tell, if you're watching this, you can see there's no Bruce, unfortunately. Yeah, Bruce was unable to make this episode, so we'll see how it goes without him. I know comic relief is hard to come by these days,
He's here. He's here in spirit.
right? Sorely missed.
It's all right.
Not gonna lie,
Well,
it's
we'll
gonna be a
make
little. It's gonna be a little different.
we'll make do without him.
Hey, that's all right. That's all right. He'll be back. He'll be back. He can't quit us
You're right. He can't quit us.
as much as he wants to. Sometimes he can't quit us.
Anyway.
So on this episode, like we really don't have a whole lot. I mean, I've had some setbacks on my build. Had to
Minor
get
inconveniences.
minor inconveniences. Had to get my suspension all repowder coated. That's currently over at 36 Motorsports, getting repowder coated. But overall, the quality that I saw from the suspension so far, TTC knocked it out of the park, dude. That stuff looks phenomenal. Unfortunately, they just got scratched up a little bit in shipping.
It
Already,
happens though.
yeah,
That's it.
it does, and I've already talked to them, and they're doing their best to make it right. So there's no ill feelings or anything like that. Like I'm
Oh,
telling,
and that's awesome. I don't know how many times I've got stuff from Super ATV and the powder coat's been damaged in shipping or what have you. And that's just like that's the chance you take with shipping products like that, you know,
yeah, and
because
that's it. You know,
you're putting it in another provider's hands and hoping that they do their due diligence to deliver a package safely. So
yeah,
um
you know, and to be honest with you, it's when it comes to packaging, I totally get it. You know, you want to try to get it the most bang for your buck. You know, to try to keep that shipping cost down to the consumer.
yeah,
So,
absolutely.
like, I understand that, you know, some things are going to have a little bit of overlap, or some things are going to be packaged together, and it does happen. I get it. I understand it. It's and like I said, no hard feelings or anything. They are doing their best to make sure that it's facilitated and corrected.
No,
Um,
and that's awesome because not a lot of companies would do that. So for them to step up and
exactly. Yeah,
say, "Hey, we'll try to make this right for you," is awesome.
yeah. Jared is absolutely killing it over there. Big shout out to TTC on that. Um,
And
the product is phenomenal, dude. Like looking at it, it's heavy duty, it's solid. By the way, he did send me. I messaged him about the ball joints.
mhm.
Remember we were discussing it, and they are Moog.
I figured they were probably moved. So
Yeah.
that just means that it's a good quality ball joint. So
So it is. Oh, let me bring it up. Let me bring it up. Moog part number ES437L. So he gave me the part number on that, so I'll be able to get a couple extras just to have on hand just in case.
yeah, and
As heavy duty as they look, I don't foresee having an issue. But
and you probably won't. It's not like you have a super extreme build or something like that. You're not turning 50-inch tires, so you probably won't have any issues at all.
exactly, exactly. Um,
What's the part number on that?
what did I tell you? What did I just say?
ES what?
437L.
Is it 437? I'm just kind of curious to see what a cross reference is with.
Oh, I'm sure you
Uh, it's Chevrolet 3/4 ton tie rods.
Okay, so yeah, 3/4 ton tie rods.
Yeah, it's late 70s, 3/4 tie rods.
Yep. Okay, cool.
So
Yeah.
that is an off the shelf part.
Yeah, sweet.
So that means you could probably get it just about anywhere. So which is
In the email,
that's even a bonus in itself. So
well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I was getting at was in the email that he sent me. He even said that it can be cross referenced at any local parts store.
yeah, so it's 70. It's Chevrolet square body, 3/4 ton tie rod.
So they should be plenty heavy enough.
Oh, absolutely. So um and
But
like
the
I
good
said,
thing, the
that
way
makes
they
it
did it,
nice.
yeah. Well, not only that, but the good thing, the way they did it was, if I want to go with a ball joint delete, I can. It's not gonna be, it's not gonna be that difficult to turn around and go, all right, now I'm changing it to a ball joint delete. I'm gonna go with full Heims.
Yeah.
So,
So
and then there was something else I was gonna look up, but I don't remember what it was now. Uh,
then we had talked about the Tex4 racing.com.
TX4, yeah. So
TX4. So I did bring that up, and I looked at it the other day when we were talking about it originally. So it is ATV and UTV cross country racing. It's based here in Central Texas. So um their last stop was in Bastrop, which isn't too far from us.
right.
Their next stop is in Rockdale, and I'm gonna butcher this name, so bear with me. Nesek Ranch.
That I don't know.
It's Knesek. But that's in Rockdale. That's March 16th and 17th. Um, and then basically they have one once a month. April's dates are to be announced. So and then they got a couple places that really isn't that far from us. Hour and a half drive, so
I
um it would be
after
worth just to go in and checking it out because it is a little bit we all like different types of racing. I enjoy that type of racing. I was a huge fan of the GNCC racing back in the day, which from my understanding they no longer do. Or it's not that they no longer do. It's when there's some name changes. Um,
so yeah,
but it's
I
it's it's trail riding racing is what it is.
I heard about it through kind of through the grapevine a little bit. Um, I called up to Woods Cycle Country over in New Braunfels uh about taking my kids four-wheeler in for some recalls. Just happened to be BSing with the service guy. Uh Brought up about the podcast, and he was like, "Oh, well, you guys might be interested in going and checking out this TX4 thing." And he kind of filled me in on a lot. He didn't give me a whole lot of information. He just kind of gave me the basics for us to research ourselves. And we do appreciate that from the guys over at Woods. By all means, we're always open to go check out more stuff. And I'm interested. I want to go check it out. So if anybody listening does that, or anything, try to get us some information if you
Yeah, I
can.
would definitely like a little bit more insight in on it.
I'd
Like I
like to
said,
go check it out though.
I do
See what
like
it's
that type
about.
of racing. It's a little bit different racing. It's not your typical racetrack racing. It's not your bounty hole racing. It's I
It's
guess the
rally.
easy I, yes and no. It's basically it's trail riding racing is what it is.
So it's trail riding faster.
Pretty much. Pretty
I,
much,
I can trail ride fast.
I don't know if you could go as fast as some of these guys go. So,
Buy me my Segway.
yeah, sure, I'm right on top of that.
I'll co-drive.
You'll co-drive. So,
Hey, somebody wants to sponsor the podcast with a buggy. We'll race.
yeah, I'll be happy to tear up somebody's buggy.
Right? Aaron's always been looking for a buggy daddy.
You're damn right. Anybody who wants to let me get in the
Uh,
driver's seat, I'll be more than happy to put my ass in it and
Well,
fuck up an ass crack.
at least not for 6 months.
6 months, shit. I ain't gonna
6
be laid
weeks.
up that long.
6 weeks. 3 months.
6 weeks is gonna be pushing it. It's probably gonna be around that 3 month mark.
Well,
Um, I
regardless.
had I had the nice conversation with the physical therapist lady today. So
Oh yeah. No
yeah,
bueno.
so
No bueno or bueno.
uh, my expectations are really high right now. Let's just put it
Oh.
that way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Um, no, I got
Uh.
the. It's the same physical therapist that worked on my elbow when I had surgery on my elbow a few years ago. So I'm happy about that. So they they pushed me to get me better in a timely manner versus it being like a drawn out process.
Right. 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 I got you. I got you.
So, like they kind of stayed on my ass about getting stuff done in a timely manner. So
And got on
they
your
held
ass
me.
about not overdoing it.
Yeah, hey, you can push here, you can't push there. You kind of need to
Hmm.
take it easy, so on and so forth. So, they got me right. So I'm happy about that. And the Brittany, the physical therapist, she's super nice gal, and she is very serious about her job. So, and I appreciate that. So,
Well, that's good.
so hopefully this is going to be a speedy recovery. So,
Yeah. So you make me mad and I thump you in the arm. Um.
yeah,
Don't do that.
no, I'll just pick something up and hit you with it.
Right. 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 Um. So Southern Bounty Series had their event this past weekend. I was just looking it up. I seen that they posted on Facebook about it. So, just kind of give a little bit. It was their stop number one, Grand River Motorsports Park. Uh, they did over $38,000 in payouts.
Mhm.
Bounty Racing, $25,000. Short course, they did $6,700, and drag racing they did 6,000. So they did multiple events at this during this whole event. So they had the bounty racing, they had short course racing, they had drag racing. That would have been one to actually go and check out, but unfortunately, life gets in the way. We can't always go to every event.
Oh,
So
absolutely.
I'm glad to see it's really taken off for them. So it's I'm looking forward to going to a couple of their events this year. And
Did
checking those out.
did you get to see, as far as the bounty holes? Did they post any videos? Because I'm kind of interested to see how these bounty courses progress. I know we had a conversation with Alan with Battle of the Builds, with kind of what they were thinking for this upcoming season. I'm kind of interested to see if it's. I kind of have a theory, and I'll.
Unfortunately, I don't know exactly how they did it. Just from pictures, it looks like it's just one big mud hole.
Right.
I don't want to say exactly how they did it because I don't know exactly how they did it. So somebody who was there that might be listening could be correcting us right now. By all means, put it in the comments. How it actually went because we weren't there. I don't know. Just from pictures, it looked like it was set up more old school of a big muddy hole.
Right.
But wide and long, so you could possibly pick multiple lines. It looks like they did two of them side by side, but I don't know if it was set up like small tire, big tire, or what.
Yeah.
Um, but so my understanding is this park has a bunch of stuff. Because they do this stuff more often, they actually have multiple setups. So it's just a matter of which ones they used. I don't know.
Hmm.
It looks like it's a side by side thing, and then they actually have an ATV hole. So they have three different holes. I'm guessing. But that's like I said, that's just from the pictures that they posted on
Right.
Facebook. Uh, I know Rednecks with Paychecks is getting ready to gear up. I still want to go to that, but it's not going to happen. I have to wait until September. If anybody else listening is planning on going in September, we'll see you out there. Look for us. There's going to be a few of us out there. Aaron still doesn't know if he's going to make it or not. I hope he does. This will be his first time. And pop his cherry with Rednecks with Paycheck. But look for us out there. We'll be wearing some gear, and I know I've been hit up by a few of my friends that live up in that area. They're already asking for either koozies or make sure we have stickers. So, um, I'm thinking maybe koozies. Give out koozies.
Everybody loves a koozie.
Even if you don't want a koozie, you take a koozie. At least I do. I can have a koozie on my drink, and I'll take another koozie. Um,
So
let's
yeah,
see
there's
what else.
with race season basically kicking off right now, everybody's either started already or getting ready to start. I've seen the posts over the last week or two. Everybody's riding season's right around the corner for everybody.
Right.
Now granted, some of us try to ride year round. But we
I
we
don't
under we do understand, that people up north,
I don't
got
flinch at the cold.
other hobbies they like to do in the winter,
Yeah, I don't
So
flinch at the cold too bad.
no, but I bitch about it a lot.
Yeah, that's why I don't flinch too bad.
I bitch about it a lot because I know we went riding a couple of weeks ago and that wind was brutal.
Right.
So
Yeah, that wind was not at the top of my list. Let's see. Rolling through some other stuff here. I know it's not really off road. Hey, you know what? It is off road. It's always off road related when your buggy ends up in a picture for something. Uh, my town, the town I live in, Goliad had their Mardi Gras deal this weekend, and I rolled the side by side down there because it was for side by sides and four wheelers and uh, golf carts. Little Mardi Gras parade. So I'm scrolling through their stuff because they just posted a bunch of pictures, and my side by side's in one of the pictures, and I wasn't even in the parade. Oh, and it's in another picture and another picture. You can't miss that monstrosity.
I don't want to toot my own horn or nothing.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Toot, 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 toot. Oh, good Lord, it's in a bunch of actually in a bunch of pictures, but in the background.
Speaking of tooting horns, Texas Toot, you know what that is, right, Alex?
Yeah, the Hot Wheels finally came out.
Yes, it is out. So I just saw that. So
Yeah, somebody
um,
picked one up already and posted it on WTF, I think.
yep, that's where I saw it at was WTF. So
Um,
go get your Texas Toot Hot Wheels.
oh yeah.
Um,
So speak of WTF, Mike and Randy, they're less than a week away, I do believe.
yeah,
So
it's official.
yeah, congratulations to them.
Yes,
Um,
very much so.
I
Those two
wish
are
I
good people and great ambassadors for the sport.
yes, I wish them only the best. And then
It looks like
oh,
Trashy Inc. had a great turnout for Saturday for their
that's what
bike night.
I was just about to say that. Yeah, Trashy and Elite had a great turnout for their bike night that they decided to do over at what was it?
Central City Steak and Seafood.
Yeah. They posted some pictures from that. And I saw some videos from that, and it's looks like they had a great turnout for that. So I hope they keep doing that. That's
Yep,
great for the sport.
absolutely. It looks like from what I saw that they already had plans for another one. So
Cool. Yeah, absolutely. Um, Trashy's been a great supporter of the off road community. Uh,
well, not only that, they're a great supporter of the podcast too.
I
So
oh,
um,
you know,
I'm
yeah, well,
getting
I'm gonna
there.
get
I'm getting
there.
there.
Way to beat me to the punch.
Hey,
Um,
I'm on top of shit today.
yeah. Well, you know what?
Bye, dear. I love you. Be safe. Have fun at work. Make that dollar.
Um, Goodness gracious, they posted a bunch of pictures of this.
Yeah, no, they it looks like they had a really great turnout for that because this was their first annual or their first one that they've done, correct?
Yes, as far as I know, my understanding this is their first one that they've done. Like I said, it from the pictures that I've seen and the feedback that I've seen from it so far, it turned out good.
I wish they were local. I'd have liked to have went and saw that. So, you know, we went and dropped Cason's four-wheeler off Saturday for recall work at the dealership. You know, got to kind of walk around and check out some machines there at Woods.
Yeah, you used to turn your nose up at them, but now you're looking at them a little harder, huh?
Well, no, I've never been to Woods before, so
No,
it's kind of.
I'm just talking about the CF Moto.
Oh, yeah, I was a little impressed to see a couple CF photos in person. I tell you what, that U Force 1000, their utility machine is ugly as fucking sin. That being said, their
It
600 actually looks really fucking good.
I see, and I don't think the U Force 1000 is that ugly.
It's just it's the wheel and tire package on it because everything's in set. It just looks funny, which I don't understand. I don't understand how you could do a wheel and tire package. It's basically the same machine other than motor size. But the
Right.
wheel and tire package on the 600 U Force looks good. The machine's square, the tires basically run out to the edge of the machine. It looks great. The 1000, it looks like somebody missed leg day.
Oh, here we go. Like you got a new room to talk.
You're right. I don't. I don't have any room to talk. I can still talk
Uh
shit. That's what I do.
so here that's just it though. Bang for buck, it's there.
Oh, absolutely. I'm not disputing that one bit.
You know, you got to see the four wheelers in person.
I did get to see the four wheelers. I was pretty impressed with the four wheelers from their whatever their smallest one is, the 400 or the 300,
400.
400.
Well, the one they had there was the smallest one they had
Yeah,
there was a 400.
400. It's not a bad looking machine, and for bang for a buck, I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be mad one bit.
Right.
You know, hell, it's the same size as a Honda Rancher.
I'd be
It's if it's
yeah,
not the same
the
size,
400, yes. The
yeah,
400,
it's
yes.
pretty darn fucking close.
Well, I was gonna say I'd be pressed to say it's a little bit bigger, but to be honest with you, like the 400, yes, yeah, that's the size of a 400 Ranger. Now you get into the 800, the 600, the 800,
They're definitely bigger, you know, but those are more compared to your big sportsmen's, your big Outlanders.
yes.
So
Um, let's see. Looking to see if there's anything else that I can see right offhand. But nothing's really popping up. Do 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 do. No. Um,
but other than that, you know, there's nothing really new from last week that's going on this week.
yeah, no.
Other
You
than
know,
that,
just really.
I'm laid up, so
Well, yeah, Aaron's broken. No, I'm really just waiting on my stuff to get back from Powder Coat. Oh, look, there's the Texas Toot that just popped
um,
up.
you know, the TX4 racing.com. I'm kind of interested in that.
Right.
To check that out. I would like to see maybe somebody's listening that can give us a little bit more information on it.
Right, right, right.
I kind of browsed through rules and regulations and stuff the other day. When we originally were talking about it, when you brought it to my attention. But other than that, Battle of the Bills. By any chance, did you get race results for the Southern Bounty Series?
Uh, See, that's what I was kind of looking for a little bit. Uh, let me see. My stuff's updating. Uh, let me see. Let me see.
See, this is where we need Bruce and the awkward silence.
I know, right? I know, dude. Sometimes we're horrible at this stuff. We're doing our best, I promise.
All the time we're horrible at this. We suck at this.
That's okay though. It's fun ish. Yeah, see, they didn't post. It doesn't look like they actually posted results yet. They posted pictures of some of the winners. Um, yeah, I don't see anything as far as actual like results. But who's to say that they don't actually have they don't actually have them?
No, I got dude, you suck, dude.
Yeah, I do.
Got them right here.
What do you got?
All right. So, what do you want to start with? You
Well,
want to
this
start
is
with
what you're supposed
UTV?
to be
You want to
doing.
start with ATV?
Well, I would start with, well, I know they had a kids division.
Okay, so give me 1 second. I gotta get back to that page. All right, UTV and ATV kids.
Did you go to their actual
So
website?
yes.
Yeah, see, no, I'm on Facebook. Cool.
Yeah. So how about you go to the source of the information?
Yeah,
Round
because
one, UTV and ATV kids. Um, so they just kind of have them lumped up. There looks like there was 5 competitors. Uh, Brindley Wake, first place. Reese Newton, second place. Cohen McGee, third place. Caleb Goodwin, fourth, and then Gunnar Hogg or Hogue, for fifth place. And then ATV Small Tire. I'm just gonna list the top three because there's a whole list of guys.
yeah. Well, that's
Um, so looks like Jeff Stroud took first place. Jason Drawn, second, and then Miles Reinbold took
what's.
third.
I'd like to know what the classification for the small tire is.
UTV Small Tire, Maddie Henderson with a first place, Chloe Brown with a second place, and Avery Davis in third.
Okay.
ATV Medium Tire, Lane Gibson, first place with
Mm-hmm.
11-second run.
Sounds like a scheme.
Nathan Parker, third place, or excuse me, second place, and then Eli Ramos, uh, third place, and that was the ATV medium tire.
Okay.
UTV medium tire. CJ Harris for first place, Avery Davis for second place, and then Shane Carey for third. ATV big tire, that's going to be Nathan Parker. Second place is Lane Gibson.
Okay.
Braxton Langston in third place. And then UTV big tire. Dane Nuth. For first place, Bryson Ribonetti, second place, and then Nathan Parker for third. And then UTV ATV Unlimited Tire, Jason Gibson, first place, Joseph Cordell, second place, and then Chase Duke in third place.
Hmm. Yeah,
So
I'd like
they
it.
they had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 classes and counting the kids ATV UTV.
Right.
So and that was round one. So let's see here. That is the next one for 2024 is going to be at Top Trails. And that's the Ride for Autism Awareness, and that's March 6th through 10th in Talladega, Alabama.
And then they turn around and come back for Mud Nats.
Correct.
We'll be there for
And
well, I'll be there for Mud Nats. You're going,
then
right? Maybe if you're healed up.
it depends on what the doctor says. So
Well, that I was gonna say that's not for a couple months, few months. So
yeah, so it really depends on what the doctor says.
um
So they have multiple stops because they're basically going all the way through. Their last stop is October, and then they have World Championships, and that's to be announced.
yeah, I was gonna say, didn't we were talking about that? Don't they have like 8 or 9 stops?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so
Um
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 stops, not counting the World Championships. And that's the Southern Bounty Cities. Blah, blah, blah.
spit
Southern
it out.
Bounty Series brought to you by Highlifter.
What is this? I just ran across something that's a little different. March 9th. Um, okay. So March 9th, Kids Unlimited Bounty Race. $3,900 unlimited classes. First place gets 500, second place 300, third place 200. Bounty course 200, 175. Entry fees $25 for the bounty course, $50 for the unlimited class. And then they have a skimmer class, which first place is $400. I'm trying to see some info, and it's. Do they not have a web page? Um. Yeah, they don't really have a whole lot as far as like information. I'm on the about. Let me see. Just shows a TikTok, Alex Henderson. Um, so the deal that I just popped up, y'all been masking and full sense synthetics, independent AMSOIL dealer, and Pulse Automotive Power Sports are delivering skimmer class, first place only, winner takes home $400, entry fees $50. ATV, UTV, same rules for our unlimited class apply, minus the skimming rules. Separate link to sign up for the skim class below. Um, must pre-register to race. Entry fee to the park is free for 12 years and under. $30 for everyone else. We will have a live drawing for the running order after registration ends. Please see the pinned post on our Facebook page for rules and regulations. You must pre-register to race. No signups after the cutoff date. If you're interested in sponsoring, hit them up. It's called the Muddin 185. It's March 9th, 2024. Bounty course, bounty hole. Kids Unlimited Bounty Racing. It just caught my attention because it said Kids Unlimited Bounty Racing. That's kind of cool. I don't, I'm not, I'm either blind or, yeah, Muddin 185. Off-road adventure park in Florida. Leonia, Florida. Um, Westville, Florida. It's in Westville, Florida. That's their address. Is in Westville. Huh. First time I've seen it. It's for the kids. That's cool. That's really cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
Uh, that's the great thing. I tell everybody all the time when they're like, "Man, how are you? How do you?" how do you like going out and getting dirty and stuff like that? I said, it's not just about going out and getting dirty. It's the people you run into. There's so much support for this. Like you get out there and there's just everybody's willing to help everybody. It's family orientated. It's just fun. Um yeah, PATV. I'm starting to see more and more posts about the races this past weekend. I just watched Lanes run. And he skimmed it. Um Pretty much skimmed the whole hole. Um mm, what else? What else? What else? Oh, I need to give a shout out to MSC because MSC, man, those guys, that product I got for Kason's four wheeler, dude, that loading it and unloading it up the ramp, stuff like that, like doing that sprocket kit on that thing has just helped that little four wheeler out so much. So I wanted to give those guys a little bit of a shout out that, hey, we do appreciate that they're taking the reins on the CF motos and really building some quality products to go for those things. And like my boy loves that little 110 of his. Um, well, I guess that would be what is that bull crap? Do do do. Well, I guess this would be a great segue to thank our sponsors, huh?
Yeah.
We do want to thank our sponsors for helping us out with the podcast and supporting us. That's 361 Racing. Don't mess with Texas. Visit them on Facebook at Texas Side by Side Drag Racing. Dale's Fun Center, giving family fun for over 40 years. Visit dalesfuncenter.com. KB Longhorn Welding LLC. Visit them on Facebook at KB Longhorn Welding. And then Trashy Inc. Cabo and Trey, they've been a big supporter for this. It's not just a brand, it's a lifestyle. Visit them at trashyinc.life. Go pick up your merch. I know I've got a couple shirts. Aaron, you got a couple hats.
Yeah, I got
Um, they're
shirts and hats.
yeah,
Matter of
they're
fact, Karina is the first one to like point out, hey, I want one of those shirts the first time she saw them before
right.
any of us had even met Trey and Cabo. I want one of those trashy shirts.
Yeah, they've been ever since I've met them. They're just good people.
Absolutely.
And
So,
then like we were talking earlier, they had their event this past weekend. They had their little bike night. Uh, Cabo is the voice of Battle of the Builds. She is the announcer for Battle of the Builds. Um, they've been a great supporter of the off road community. I know they sponsor a few riders, or at least did. I don't know everything, so they were sponsoring a few riders, dirt bike riders, stuff like that. So they support all aspects of off roading. I know Trey's got a mind for building some pretty cool machines. I know that Ranger that they got is every time I see it, I'm like, dude, that thing's so cool. So
yeah, it's Ranger meets Rat Rod.
yeah, it's cool. It's cool.
It is very cool.
So go get your trashy gear at you know trashyinc.life. I know mine says it's only money, and I love that shirt. And then, man, what else we got? We don't have a whole lot going on. I know, you know, Bruce not being here kind of takes a wind out of the sails just a little bit.
A little bit. Me and I'm
Um,
not my chipper self.
right. It's okay. Just take a pain pill. We'll be fine.
I already did.
That's
But
why you're like
yeah.
zoning out. You're sitting there going
Uh-huh.
squirrel.
Uh-huh.
Ooh, shiny.
Yeah, I don't have to go nowhere, so I
Right, right, right.
I went and did my physical therapy and stuff, and went grocery shopping with the wife, and then made dinner, and it is time to kick back and relax.
Nice. Yeah, I already had dinner. I'm actually probably about to go get in the shower myself. Get ready for bed. Oh man. Ugh. Start talking about it, start yawning.
Yeah, that shit's allergic.
No shit, right? Um man, that's it. Like really, unfortunately, short episode this week.
Yep.
Um that's the problem with not being able to go riding and do the normal stuff that we do, which is, go have a good time and get out and about. When life gets in front of you, you kind of have
Well,
to
and
take
that's
the
that's just it. Like you had all intentions of doing the suspension and stuff on yours anyway.
yep.
That kind of got thrown a monkey wrench in that, but hopefully you should have that stuff back this week from Powder Coat.
Every time I turn around here the past few weeks, every time I turn around, like I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Yeah, everything just kind of gets thrown to the wolves. Um,
Mine is a this point right now. I'm just gonna kind of take it easy, take it day by day, and do what the doctor tells me to do, and hopefully I get cleared to be somewhat of a productive human being again.
right. Sorry, I just saw. Oh, speak of which, I need to get those videos uploaded.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I have them on the computer. I just have not done anything with them. I
Mm-hmm.
side by side we ride just posted. It's got a picture of a look like a razor or something going up a cliff, being winched up a cliff, and it says how it feels in person, and then it's got a picture of driving down a dirt road, and it says how it looks on video.
It's truth. And camera can't pictures and video do not do some of these trails justice.
Right. Yeah, I'm not.
But
I
that
don't
being
know.
said, too, it's kind of one of those deals to where you go down an obstacle and it's like, oh my God, this is super sketchy. And then you go through it and then you watch somebody else go through it, watch their buggy go through it, and it's like, that wasn't shit.
Right. Right. Oh, dude. So I took all that. I took all that uh, GoPro video, and like I watch you go through it. You're on 40s, and I'm watching the mud and whatnot go up over your tires, and I'm like, all right. And then I go through it, and the camera just kind of like, this ain't nothing, because
So
it doesn't show the depth, it doesn't show any of that. And I'm like,
it's all about perspective.
um,
So
man. But yeah, I need to get those. I need to do something with those videos. Uh oh man, I'm starting to yawn. That's what it was. I was looking at TikTok, and I want to say thank you to everybody who follows us on TikTok. I know I keep saying I'm going to do more and post more, and it's so hard to make these videos look right and try to not sound like an idiot, because I'm my own worst critic, of course.
but we are
Um,
idiots.
that's not what I mean. I know we're idiots. Right Coast Off Road started following us on TikTok. Twisted Off Road started following us on TikTok. Exo Gear or Echo X Gear, sorry. Uh, Lucky Whips. These are brands that I've been following for a long time that make good products, and I
I
feel
have
like
some of
we're
Right Coast off road products on my buggy.
yeah. Well,
Yeah,
that's
they're huge KRX guys.
yes. They are the KRX guys. Um, 5150 mutters like
You know, that's talking about companies that step up and make things right. You know, when I ordered my tender springs from them, like he called me before I even got my springs. Hey, there was an issue with the manufacturing a part, do not install them on your buggy. As soon as I get the new ones in, they're on their way. Like he
Yeah,
was
that's where you got
like
your springs from, right? Yeah.
absolutely, and talk about an upfront guy. Um, like that's the type of people I want to do business with.
Yeah, you know, like I said, it what I'm getting at though is that it just seems like we're doing something good here with the podcast. I feel if people that we've been following for a long time, companies we've been following for a long time, and buy products from are starting to follow us. You know, we may not necessarily, you know, be the greatest at what we're doing, but we're trying to
Oh,
get
and
some
by no
information out to people and be a little entertaining and
yeah, and that's just it. We just want to get information out there and be a little entertaining. We don't have any pull,
no, no, shit no. I'm
and to be
nobody. What are you
honest with
talking
you,
about?
yeah, it's I'm just an average guy that likes to off road. You
Yeah.
know, um,
You know, Lost Riders started following us.
I'll be the first one to tell you if a product's shit or not. If I gotta pay for it, you're going to get an honest review. If I like the product, I'll tell you. If
Well,
it's horrible
and that's
product, I'll tell you.
dude, that's my deal though. Is like, yeah, if I like a product, I'll tell you I like a product. If I don't like a product, I'm going to tell you I don't like a product. But I'm going to give you the reasons why. Because
Absolutely.
my reasons why of not liking a product may not be the reasons you do like the product.
Absolutely. So,
Because there's
you
many of
know,
things that we disagree on.
uh, oh, we disagree on a lot of shit.
Like there's machines that I absolutely love, and you're like, that's a piece of crap.
Right.
But I have reasons. I have my reasons. I have a different style of
Yep.
writing.
Yep.
Um,
And we both have different backgrounds as far as how we got into the off-roading community,
yes.
so um it's it we even though we grew up and wheeled the same places growing up.
It was a different time,
Well,
different
it was a
vehicles.
different time, but different vehicles, and you hung out with a different group of people than I hung out with, so you got different perspectives on stuff than what I did,
Yep.
vice versa. So, and it's kind of made it to where we can kind of bounce ideas off of each other and all right, this might work or this might not work for whatever reasons. So
Well, a good example is that is when we do go riding, especially like we go to Marble Falls every now and then. My line that I would pick is a completely different line than what you pick. So when we're
correct.
feeding off of each other and trying to line each other out to get down an obstacle or go up an obstacle, we because we know we're so different when it comes to that, we walk the trail at the same time and we try to come up with a game plan. You know, oh, well, I would go this way. Well, this is why I would go this way. And then we go, okay, well, you're right. You know, if you're
Yeah.
correct, we go that way. If you're correct, we go another way. You
Yeah,
know,
absolutely. And I'm up for, don't get me wrong, I'm up for trying different things and trying to push the limits of these buggies and stuff. And
because
there's
especially
a
when it comes to rock crawling, your spotter is everything.
oh, absolutely. And that's one thing. Like I used to be real big into the competition rock crawling. And like those guys that do the spotting and pull the winches and stuff, those guys don't get enough credit for what they do.
Oh, dude, some of those guys are nuts when they're pulling those winches.
Oh, absolutely. I've been to a couple of rock crawling competitions down in Tucson, Arizona, and to watch them guys pull winch line and be on a headset trying to guide their driver through obstacles, and then in the same breath as they're screaming out, turn left or turn right, they're jumping up and grabbing the front bumper or grabbing a pull strap to keep a buggy from possibly rolling over, and throwing themselves in harm's way.
Right.
The that is a whole nother sport in its own. And if you've never seen uh competition rock crawling, um check it out. It is definitely worth, worth, checking out. 'Cause, like I said, there's a, there's a, there's a whole nother sport in its own. And if you've never seen competition rock crawling, check it out. It is definitely worth worth checking out.
See, that's that there's so much in this world. There's so much. It's there's everything. If you want to play in the mud, you can play in the mud. You want to play in the rocks, play in the rocks. If you want to run the dunes, run the dunes. Hey, those guys who run the dunes, it's not for me. I get it, but their machines are built specifically for that, and the builds are phenomenal. Like
Oh,
when we were at
absolutely.
yeah, when we were at OPE, they had those guys, UTV stereo guys that came in from Phoenix. Their stuff wasn't anywhere near what everybody else was building that was there because they don't do the mud.
Right.
They weren't putting 50-inch tires. They weren't putting, 40-inch tires. They were running 34s, 35s. They were running sand tires. They were running rock tires.
Well, and it's like we've had this discussion before, us coming from the Pacific Northwest. I've made multiple trips up there over the last couple of years, and just seeing what's up there. A 32 inches of big tire
Yeah.
up there. That's a big buggy up there. 32-inch tire down here for us. That's stock. You just drove that off the showroom floor.
All right.
The norm here is 30, minimum 35s.
Hmm. Yeah. Like I currently run on 37s, and I'm happy with my 37s. I like my 37s. They're a good tire. Uh, but they're pushing that average. Like my
Yeah,
my
the
build, like I'm excited about my build, but my build is not a monster build. It is I would call it an aggressive trail machine, is what I'm
and
building.
that just seems like we've had this conversation before. The normal buggy size down here, at least here in Texas, Louisiana, for what you see out at the mud parks, 37s to 42 seems to be the norm for tire size.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say yeah, absolutely.
10 years ago, if you were on a 33-inch tire, you had a huge machine.
Yeah, and I still see pictures and I still see uh stuff pop up on Facebook from back when, we got started down here with the
Yeah.
side by sides. I was on 30s and I thought I was a big dog.
Oh, I started out on 28s. So, we just kind of, I did what I could with that Arctic Cat, got to 35s, and like that was as big as I could go without doing full custom shit on it.
Right.
And it was just time to upgrade to a newer machine, and that's why I went with the machine I have now. Is, well, fuck, I can go 35s without having to do anything,
Right.
and I've had the machine, what, 3 years now, a little over 3 years, and I'm, fuck, fifth set of tires already. Because
That's
I've went up in tire size, or I've went back down in tire size.
right.
Um,
Well, and
and it's
that's kind of what I was going to get at is we found, we were both of us, oh, we got to be bigger, got to be bigger, got to be bigger. And then got to a certain point to where it's like, all right, I'm starting to get a little too big. These trails that I enjoyed and had fun going down, I can't go down them anymore.
yeah,
So it's kind of like, all right, and not only that, then all of a sudden, I'm blowing through ball joints. I'm breaking like, and now granted, I don't break that much, but it sure does seem like I was putting a lot more stress on stuff that I didn't really need to put that stress on.
yeah, absolutely. And I'm fairly happy with the bike setup, the buggy setup that I have now. 40-inch tires. I'm not super tall, but I'm high. I'm big enough to get through some holes and get through some gnarly spots, but I'm still comfortable enough to cruise down a trail and not beat my teeth out of my mouth.
So that's been the big deal for me is like, you know what? I think that
Me and the wife can go comfortably trail ride for 8, 9 hours and not be miserable at the end of the day.
right. And that's I like the way I've got mine set up right now, like the height. And I'm trying to stay in that range. Now I might, depending on how the suspension goes when I put it on, how it works out and whatnot, I might go a little bit bigger. I might go a little bit lower. I'm leaning towards being a little bit lower, widening out the machine a little bit, and being a little more comfortable. So, and especially when I start my cage, to do my full custom cage, because that's going to happen. It is no, there is no ifs, ands, or buts about that. That is a next on the list in the next year, full custom cage. And I'm not talking about just buying one. I'm wanting to build them.
I'd like to build
So,
one too, but we need to get.
uh,
I'd like to
mm,
build one myself.
it's in the works. KB
Just,
Longhorn Welding, it's in the works.
just need to get a tubing bender.
There's some things that I've been discussing. So I'm we gonna see how it rolls.
So,
Because I
but
to be honest with you, like it boiled down to like looking at all the ones you can buy. Don't get me wrong, there's some nice cages out there, but for my machine, the Honda, I like them, but do I like them enough to settle?
well, it's just it. Like,
I want what I want.
you're right, and I don't. There's a lot of great products out there, and there's a lot of companies that
I,
make great fucking cages.
I'm not
I don't
I'm
want to
not
take
saying I'm
anything
not
away from them,
saying yeah, I'm not saying they're
but
bad cages or anything. It's just
I
I
don't
don't
want what
want
I don't want what somebody else has.
I don't want what you could buy off the shelf.
So I want
I want something a little different. I want something that looks a little different.
absolutely, and I have some ideas coming from my jeeping background that I would like to implement.
And I'm also looking at, how I want to do my stereo system. That's going to affect how my cage gets, built,
Yeah,
because I want to change up my stereo system. So that's all that all plays into it. So
yeah, absolutely.
we're going to
So
see how it goes. The Justin over at Silverback, he's got some ideas for my sound system. He's got some ideas on how the suspension needs to be set up. He was eyeballing the Talon when it was over there the other day. Um,
they said you looked defeated the other day.
did, dude, I did. Oh, did you go
He
talk to him
saw
or what?
Yeah, I talked to him today after my physical therapy and stuff. So I talked to him for a few minutes. And yeah, they said you got everything pulled out, everything ready to go, and then you started seeing the gouges and some of the powder coat that was missing on the suspension, and you just like it was like somebody just took the life right out of you.
Dude, I was so excited to fucking start ripping that thing up. Like, part of me was like, "Oh, I'm dreading ripping this thing apart," and then the other part of me was like, "I can't wait." Yeah, fucking kid in a candy store, fucking Christmas morning. Like, I was like, "Yes," and then yeah, I was just. It was somebody punched me in the stomach, fucking kicked me in the nuts,
And and
took my candy.
I've been there myself. So you get super excited about something, and then something comes up, monkey wrench gets thrown into the plan. So it
Yeah,
is what it is,
uh,
and
and that
you're getting it corrected. So you're just gonna have to wait another week. What's another week, right?
well, and that was kind of my deal. I'm like, you know what? I've already been waiting like six weeks for this to come in anyway. What's another week? And ultimately, I want to have this stuff done before Mud Nets. I've still got time.
Yeah.
It's it's not, I'm not pulling an Anthony Sanders right now. It's not the night before the race going, hey, let's stick the motor in. No offense, Anthony. I'm trying to give myself plenty of time to make sure I get it the way I want it.
Right.
Because I plan on unveiling it at Mud Nats. I mean, of course, like there's going to be a lot of people that see it because I'm going to have to be doing some test runs and stuff like that out at Mud Buddies. But uh, there's the for me the big thing is Mud Nats. That's going to be the spot to where we get the machine out in front of everybody and let them actually see it.
Right.
So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, I'm excited to see it all done. So
I'm still excited for it. I am. It's just, it's taking some time.
Right.
Like I said, I still want to do the cage. That's not going to be done by Mud Nats, unfortunately. But I'm waiting patiently. But I'll have the suspension, I'll have the wrap, might have the sound system straightened out a little bit. So it'll be a fine little cruiser there at Mud Nats. Maybe see some people over there that we saw last year. Uh, might even pull you up another wash.
I will see.
Oh, you didn't like that answer?
Not really.
Yeah, well, get over it. So, well, on that note, I think we'll go ahead and end this episode. Nothing special, nothing crazy. Uh, get geared up for a few shows coming up. Staying out of trouble, trying to get shit locked down. Aaron's got to heal up.
Yep.
He can't do nothing.
Yeah, this not being able to do something fucking shit sucks.
Yeah, you've
So,
only been out of work for what, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days,
uh, technically 3 days. So,
and you're
'cause I
already
had
going
surgery
batshit crazy.
Thursday, and I'm already going batshit crazy. Yeah. Yeah,
Well,
it's not the healing part. It's being told that I can't do something. That's
right.
what that's what's bothering me.
Well,
So, but it is what it is. That was kind of the whole point of having surgery was to get this fixed.
you
So I'm not.
can't be lazy and sit on the couch.
You're right. So, although I do have a fucking big thing of Oreo cookies calling my name.
Oh, you're gonna get fat.
I put 40 pounds on when I went down for a surgery on my elbow, so it's a good possibility I'll put another 40 pounds on.
Welcome to my club, bro. Welcome to my club.
So, anyway,
Yeah, people think we look similar now. Eh, put some weight on.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I like food. It's not even like food. I like junk food.
Right?
I
Oh,
love I love junk food.
I know what I forgot to say. It has been uh okayed and officially announced that
Yeah. What do you need? You leaving tomorrow? Okay. Okay.
you're live.
All right. Love you. Be careful.
Bye, mom.
Alex said bye, mom.
Bruce ain't on.
So
I know she probably couldn't hear me.
yeah. No, she couldn't.
No, we are going to be the announcers of the South Texas Showdown, the second annual South Texas Showdown. It has been officially uh told to me that I can go ahead and let people know and whatnot. We're trying to get geared up for that one, so trying to get flyers out, sponsorships, stuff like that. So any of our friends out there in Radio Land want to sponsor or be involved, give Justin a call or Brody. Uh,
If you
we'll
just
try
want
to.
some more information, just reach out to us.
I absolutely, absolutely. They've got it all posted on Facebook as of right now. Everything that is available to be posted is on posted on Facebook. Actually have its own event page. That's the second annual South Texas Showdown in Hallettsville, Texas, at Mud Buddies. No, we had one last year and it was phenomenal. So we'll see how this one goes. I know trying to get things squared away, make some changes, get everything good to go. So I'm excited for it.
I am
It's
too.
it's not until hmm, it's not until June, but it's getting there. It'll be here before we know it.
Yep.
So
So it's not too far away. So
But all right, well, on that note, I think we'll actually call it now. I'm sure
Okay.
people are already like, geez, you said you were stopping 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, that's normally how we work. Hey, bye. We'll hang around for another 20 minutes.
Yeah, it takes me 40 minutes to say bye.
Yeah.